Hello, scary dolls.
Hello.
Hi. Guess who's back?
We are
Back. Yay!
back again.
I'm Andy.
I'm Ashley. I'm Caro.
And we are Scary Not Scary Podcast. Still.
Still.
We're still here.
We took a mini vacay.
We took a month-long vacation.
I'm sorry, you guys. And I keep seeing messages like, we miss you. And then I feel bad.
I know. Sorry. So, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Caro.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
Thank you.
We missed all of that.
We missed our Christmas episode. We
Our
missed our birthday episode.
Everything.
It's all our fault.
Yeah.
Because we all had some shit going on.
Yuppers. I think I started.
Yeah, you did. And it just like went downhill from there.
God. I was just like, I was making freshies because y'all know I make like little air fresheners. Usually my whole house smells really good. And so I'm baking and I don't smell anything. And I'm like, fuck. COVID. So I had COVID.
It's not funny, but
It's not, but it is. But it's not because I couldn't breathe.
she caught it.
I got the Rona, you guys. But I'm good.
And then
and I'm vaccinated.
in the middle of Caro having Rona, I was put on bed rest. And then Sabrina had to have surgery.
Yeah.
So there was a week in the middle of December that we were going to record. And then I took Sabrina to get seen, and turns out she had to get her tonsils removed because they were enlarged. So she had to have surgery. So then we waited. Now we're back.
Yeah. And actually,
I'm just pregnant. Yep. I'm getting fat.
it's okay.
Ashley was just like at home waiting for us to tell her when we could record again.
Aww.
And sleeping.
She was
I was
sitting
so
there.
tired.
She was laying down just waiting for us.
I was like
Cute.
those people that go on the windows when it's raining, just like staring out.
Yeah.
With the little sad
No,
music.
you had some stuff going on. You had a wedding you had to stand in. and
I did.
all
Yeah.
that. So
So there
That's
was that. Yeah. But it's mostly just getting fat. I can't walk.
yeah. And then I'm due literally any day. So like my water could break like right now.
Ooh,
Like, right
can
this
y'all
second.
imagine? That'd be some good ASMR.
Like right this second it could break. Some good ASMR. So
y'all hear that thump? The baby just fell out.
So we're gonna try to record as many, like pre-record as many episodes, but if not, what's probably gonna happen is Ashley and Connor are gonna have to just do it without me, at least for like 2 weeks, and then I can, because we record here at my house.
We can
Yeah.
put the microphone down there. For
That's
you.
not the same.
I'll carry your ass up. Chill out.
Connor wants me to bring when Jason's born. She wants me to bring Jason up here while I feed him.
Yeah, you guys, this is my plan. She's gonna breastfeed, and then it's gonna be breastfeed ASMR. That's original, right?
He's all. That sounds weird.
That sounds gross. Never mind. That sounds
That's so
pedophile-y.
weird. Ew, and then we're gonna get all the weirdos that start listening to us.
Hey, but send money. Here's my Cash App.
Here's my, was it the
Venmo.
OnlyFans?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You guys, I did that by accident.
No, you didn't.
I made an OnlyFans.
How did you
Oh my
make it by
God.
accident?
I clicked the link on one of my favorite YouTubers, and then it said to like sign up, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm signing up because I'm thinking I'm gonna watch her content because I love her. I don't care if she's naked. And it just said, welcome to OnlyFans, and I'm like, oh, delete. Shit, just deleted it. Damn, I could have made money.
They make good money,
Hell yeah.
but they take 20% of what they make. Yeah, that's a lot.
Smart.
That is a lot. You should still do it though.
I'm on
Money.
Sugar Daddy TikTok.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to convince Tim for us to get a sugar daddy.
Still nothing.
He was like, "What do you mean we?" And I was like, "Yeah,
You can get a sugar mama.
we can get a sugar daddy. Like you get one and I get one." I was like, "But a lot of the times, like you don't have to like give them sugar." I was like, "You can just like go out and eat with them." I was like, "You know, you can go and like to the bowling alley with one
Take a picture of your feet and
and
send it.
yeah." And he just looked at me and he's like,
So that's
"What? So what do you mean we?"
He's just stuck on the Wii.
And every time I see a
Splenda
video
daddy.
about how much these sugar babies make, I'm like, come on. fun. Like, we can totally get a sugar daddy each.
I always feel like I'm in the wrong field when I see that.
Literally, I get sugar daddy requests on Instagram and Twitter all the time.
They're nasty.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, guys. And
but $75 isn't worth it.
No, but some other guy was like, I'll pay you $1,500 a week to just talk and stuff. And I'm like, but like, is this real? Am I
Like,
living
are
a
you
fantasy?
really?
They're going to kidnap you.
They are. They're going to use me for sex trafficking. I'm scared.
Don't say that.
They can't even lift my fat ass. Chill.
Stop.
Oh
I
Eat
can't
that
with you.
cake.
What else has been going on?
COVID.
I still have raccoons in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
They're still there?
They're still there.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard them in a while. Maybe they died.
Nothing spooky though. I don't think I've had anything spooky lately happen to me. I'm trying to think because I remember something happened, but
yes,
when I had
something
COVID.
spooky happened to me.
what?
Well, it's not really spooky. I had a dream.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was this girl named Lucky. Just kidding. So it was super weird. So I had this dream that we were coming up here to the loft, like to the studio, but my little sister Sophia was with us. But when she was walking up the stairs, I saw something following her, but it wasn't like anything bad. But in my dream, I was like, what the hell is that, right? So I come up to the loft and y'all were gone. I don't know where y'all went or where my sister went, but whatever was following her like moved all the way into the window back here or the mirror. And then I started talking into the mirror and I was like, who are you? And I said, why are you following my sister? And it was a guy and he was like kind of writing on the mirror. Like it was almost like the mirror was foggy and like he was writing on the mirror. So it was so weird. It was like I was talking into a Ouija board, but it wasn't a Ouija board. I was talking to the mirror. And pretty much he said that his name is Joe and that he's following my sister around to protect her. And the reason why he's so protective of her is because she's going to grow up to be a strong healer like he was when he was alive. So he's protecting her from the evil spirits and he's trying to show her into the right path because because her light and her presence is so strong that there's going to be evil spirits that are going to try to pull her away into the dark path, but he's trying to lead her into the light because she's going to be very strong. And he said that he doesn't make himself known to her, but for me to know that he's always around to protect her.
Dude, that gave me chills.
So
Literally.
it was super random, right? And I woke up and I was like, what the hell? And I tried calling my mom, but my mom didn't answer. So I texted her. My mom called me. That's so weird. And I was like, I know. I was like, that's crazy, right? Like, because my sister, like my little sister, like she's, I don't know if she's like, I think she's like clairvoyant. She has like,
Psychic.
It's so weird.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, but just like stuff she says, it eventually happens. Like, but she says it very randomly, and like she sees stuff that I can't see. Like, she's very strong, like
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
clairvoyant or empath. Like
Yeah.
she's very emotional. She can feed on everybody's energy. and
Oh, girl. And
Wow.
I know how that feels. It's exhausting.
it is exhausting. Yeah, I could feed
I
off
think
energy
that's
too.
why I
hate
cry
it.
all the time.
Really?
I cry at least 5 times a day. Anyone could tell you.
They say like you're like emotionally and mentally exhausted. Yeah, that's why I don't like to be around crowded places either.
I think that's why I probably have like anxiety. Really bad anxiety.
Yeah, so it wasn't scary. It was just interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah,
Interesante.
but my little sister, she says too that like she'll be in the hallway, and like she said that she'll see like a guy walking down the hallway like reading a book, but like they don't know that she's there. They're just kind of like minding
their own business.
But if a door's closed, she doesn't like to open it. She wants you to open it for her. And I remember she said that to my sister Vanessa. She was like, can you go open mom's door for me? My sister's like, no, you go open it. And I was like, how come you can't open it? And then she just kind of looked down and walked away. My mom's like, she doesn't like to open doors. I was like, why? And she goes, because sometimes when she opens doors, she'll see something standing there.
Oh my goodness.
So she doesn't like to open doors. So you have to open the door for her, and then she'll go in after you. I was like, oh.
Poor baby.
Like,
Yeah.
that just creeped me out. Damn it, I'm driving by myself.
Don't open the door.
Yeah. She'll be in her car for like 5 hours just sitting there.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. I'm gonna tell my mom to open my door for me.
Open your legs.
Open your legs.
Too late.
Yeah.
What else?
I think that's it.
I think some stuff happened here too, but I can't remember.
I don't know.
We need to, like, when we take breaks, document them down.
I should start writing them down.
Me too.
It's been a
Especially when
month.
we take breaks. Because I'm like, I remember I said, I have to tell the girls, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
Well, normally we send texts to each other,
It's probably in there
but
somewhere.
we didn't.
Well, I don't get them. Y'all wait till the show. And
Yeah.
they freak me out.
Oh, yeah.
It's
We
like
don't tell you because then you won't show up. We don't tell
I'm like,
Ashley
nope.
the scary. Like, literally, like, me and Gato have the secret society behind Ashley's back.
Yeah.
It's not really secret anymore, but
Yeah.
when something creepy happens to, like, one of us, we call each other. And, like, we wait to tell Ashley when we're in the studio because if we tell her before, then she won't come.
Yeah. Or we'll find
She'll
out
be
when
like,
we're downstairs.
surprise!
See y'all later.
Or I'm like, I have a scary story. And she's like, oh, great.
Love it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Sorry, we're chit-chatting a lot, but it's been a while.
Yeah. So how y'all
Been
been?
in
How have you been?
How you been, guys?
Let us know.
Are y'all happy that 2020 is finally over? I am.
Me
Yeah.
too. Your 2020 started bad, girl.
I have evidence to prove it.
Aw.
I have episodes to prove
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Life hits us, and then we just have to go on break for a little bit, but we'll always be back.
I'm getting through it.
You always come back.
Hopefully, I'll keep getting some good news
Yeah.
this
I
week.
hope so.
So,
I hope my year's good too, because the last couple years have been crap.
yeah. Damn it.
Maybe I'll get married next year. I'm just kidding.
No, you're going to get married in like 2 months.
I'm gonna be
Ooh.
wifed up, you guys. Just kidding.
She is. I bet you it's going to happen.
Yeah. Ay, my chichi. Sorry if y'all heard that. My boob hit the mic.
It's okay.
They
My
just
stomach growled earlier,
Out
so
of
it might be on.
control.
Okay.
Let's get started, boo boo kitties.
So, we wanted to come back with the bang.
Boom. Oh, no, that's a boom.
Non-spons.
Not
The
that
energy
kind of
drink.
bang.
Not that kind of bang.
Or the other kind of
Or
bang.
the other kind.
Yeah. Although, which one do you prefer? No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
So, we're going to talk about vengeful spirits.
Dun dun dun.
Vengeance. Vengeance. I'm going to come back and venge my love. No. It's
Avenge.
Avenge.
I'm gonna avenge.
I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
I'm gonna avenge sevenfold.
I like that band. I went to their concert once.
Me
With Drew. It was fun.
Okay, who's going first? Ash? The History Channel?
I can.
Click, click. You're up, boo boo.
Wanna do? Okay.
Click. Play.
I just want to point out that my stomach is starting to hit the table. So if it moves, I'm sorry.
Just work with it, girl.
What is that?
Okay.
You're moving too much. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm all. I went to a restaurant, you guys, and I couldn't fit in the booth.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I can't fit.
I miss going to restaurants. Tim won't let me go anywhere.
I've only been to like one since maybe two.
I'm on house arrest.
Okay. Vengeful ghost or spirit. So basically, it is said to be the spirit of a dead person who returns from the afterlife to seek revenge for a cruel, unnatural, or unjust death. So, it also in certain, like...
What the fuck was that? That was a gunshot.
Why is it always during my stories?
You're right.
We haven't even started yet.
With the Hellmans.
I don't know what that was.
What was it?
You text him.
Maybe something like
Maybe it was
against the wall
the
or something.
trash man.
The trash
The
man
trash man.
at 7:43 at night, Carol.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
It was just like a loud
It was
pop.
like, bah! You know what it sounded like? A balloon, but like far away.
Like a
Yeah.
big balloon.
Or like a firework. Maybe somebody was popping fireworks.
Maybe people are
Oh.
still popping fireworks.
Maybe,
You're right.
okay, it sounds like there's a truck outside. So maybe the truck backfired.
It went boom.
Okay, we're going to go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
It was a truck.
Natural explanations, guys.
Okay, where was I? Okay, in certain cultures, this happens. A vengeful ghost or spirit will come back if the funeral or the burial or ceremony that they have is not done properly. So basically, the ghost will come back and be like, "You want to give me a proper burial? What the hell?" So, basically, the vengeful spirits come out in so many different, like every single one of them, they're kind of the same, but yet different in some cultures. So in Africa, they only have one urban legend, which is one vengeful ghost, and she's a female. And this one, for some reason in particular, just haunts boarding schools. And some students, they're thinking because the reason she does boarding schools is because students at one of her boarding schools were the cause of her death. It doesn't say why, but that's why they're thinking she comes and like does that boarding school. There's other ones in like Britain, Eastern Europe, ancient Greece, even in Rome. But in that one, so in Rome, that's where the coming back from a funeral or burial not being done properly, that comes from ancient Rome. And then I think in Japan, I read that that's where it technically originated from, was in Japan. And it's said to go all the way back to the 8th century, where vengeful spirits have been seen, all the way back then. So in Japan, I'm going to totally butcher this, but it's called Onro or on the row or something like that. That's the name for the vengeful spirit. And they come back from purgatory for any wrongdoing that had been done to them in their lifetime. So there was a story that I had read about this girl who was brutally murdered, and she came back to basically take revenge on all the people that were involved in like her murder, even down to the person who, like, I think there was like a judge that tried to cover it up, or not prosecute them basically. And she came and like all of them either got sick or died from like their sicknesses.
Hell yeah.
And
That's
stuff like that.
badass.
Mhm.
Yeah. You see them in like folklore. And then the one thing that I thought was really, really cool was the show Supernatural. Hopefully everyone's like seen Supernatural.
Yes.
The entire show is basically like vengeful spirits. Sam and Dean are basically killing vengeful spirits and sending them back to like where they're supposed to be.
Daddy Dean.
In North America, I thought this was really cool. There's a vengeful spirit called Shindy, and it's a vengeful ghost that causes dust devils. So if you see a dust devil, it could be the vengeful ghost Shindy.
Dust devil.
Yeah, dust devils. One other thing that I thought was interesting in the history is that exorcisms and appeasements are among the religious and social customs practiced by various cultures in the relation to vengeful ghosts. So exorcisms, I think like in Supernatural, the way you can void off like a vengeful ghost, you know, Sam always puts like the salt like around, stuff like that. And then you can also, if the vengeful ghost is coming back because their burial was wrong or this funeral went some way they're not liking it, you can actually like give them a proper burial and then send them off, and then they'll fly, go away. There have also in history been where vengeful ghosts actually come back and basically take over the body of that person. So if someone was murdered, or it has to be like really, really, really bad for them to come and like actually take over them. And that's when exorcisms will come into play to get rid of that vengeful ghost. So sometimes like a lot of people put exorcisms in with like demons, but it sometimes can just be a vengeful ghost that wants to like ruin your life or something like that. But in order for them to come back, they have to have like really, really like dangerous and harbor really bad, just bad juju, pretty much.
Bad energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It has to be like super bad for them to come back. Or they just want like, there was one story I had read. I can't remember the little girl's name, but she came back and she was considered a vengeful ghost. I don't consider her a vengeful ghost because she was basically just trying to get justice for her. She had drowned, or someone, like they were playing, and it was like an older kid, like didn't mean to drown her, but kind of like drowned her in a way. And she just came back because she wanted like the truth, like to come out. So can be those kind of ghosts too that come back, and they're considered vengeful, but
Not
I
really.
don't. Not really. Okay, another way that you can get rid of a vengeful ghost. I don't know how true this one is. Maybe you guys found it somewhere. You can salt and burn their body in the place where they were killed, or use the same instrument that was used to kill them to kind of like kill them again. So that's another way that you can get rid of a vengeful ghost
Sad.
in history.
That's like all supernatural vibes.
Pretty much. Yeah. So the one in Japan that I was talking about, the Onryo, it's usually a person that in folklore comes from a noble or aristocratic family, and they usually die like a martyr's type of death. And it's created through some sort of like trauma or abuse. Mostly some of them are women, and it's mostly from like the husband beating them or doing something really bad to them. But when they come back, their rage is usually not specific. That means that they'll attack like family members who did nothing like about their death or did nothing to like help them. And usually, which I thought was kind of interesting, was they wait a few days or even a month before they come back and start their attacks on their relatives. In Japan.
In Japan?
In Japan. That one's the Japan one.
So don't die in Japan.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And they do that because they want to see who's mournful and who isn't mournful.
What the hell? I'm going to do that when I die.
I'm gonna be that dramatic. Like, bitch, you didn't cry
Right?
for 3 days.
You didn't pay me my $5 that I lent you.
How dare you?
I probably would only come back in hot Noreen.
Poor Noreen.
I know.
And she's terrified of the
I know.
supernatural.
Poor baby. Either way, I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But that's basically it. So vengeful
That's
spirits
her
are
story.
very, very dramatic.
Wow.
Very
Gato, you're
dramatic.
totally going to be a vengeful spirit.
I am.
I could see it.
I already know who I'm gonna be like following.
She's like, I got a list.
I have a list. A list.
I have a lisp.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I have a
I'm
list.
sick and tired of you breaking promises.
I always do that. I'm getting a little tired of you broken promises.
Like, I'm sick and tired of you promises.
I'm dying.
Like you're in the studio. She's crying. What did you say we were earlier?
What did I say?
We're rusty and crusty.
Oh,
and
we're dusty, crusty. No, rusty, crusty, and dusty. Rusty. I don't remember. I didn't even
I'm rusty.
remember.
Ashley's dusty and Gato's the crusty one.
I'm not really crusty.
She's crusty around the eyes.
All the time. I'm always asleep.
Okay. So my spirit, I love her.
You love
Because
her?
I feel like I would do this. So her name, she's known as the La Sayona, not how do you say it? La Llorona.
Not La Llorona.
La Sayona. She is a vengeful spirit from South America in Venezuela. She's a woman that shows up only to men that have love affairs out of their marriages. The name Sayona refers to pretty much the cloth ghost. So when she shows up to men, some legends say that she's like wearing a long white dress, kind of similar to like the medieval times. Or she's just like this sexy woman that men can't resist. So the legend claims that when this woman appears, she asks for a cigarette or for a ride. And after a while, when the victim tries to see her face, he notices that she has, like, instead of a face, she has just like a skull and like teeth coming out of her. And like she pretty much scares them to death, and they have heart attacks or they get into car accidents and die because they get so scared when she's driving in a car with them.
Well deserved.
So her story goes, there was a young woman named Melissa who lived in a small town in the plains of Venezuela. And she was the most beautiful girl there. She was married to an amazing man. He was caring and loving. Melissa and her husband had a baby boy, and he was like the most cutest baby boy ever. Perfect little family. She was so in love. She's so in love with her son. She was always like, I have the perfect life, perfect husband, perfect son. My life can't get any better. One day she was swimming naked in a nearby river when a man from the village saw her, and she was kind of embarrassed. Well, after a while, he would kind of like follow her and like watch her, and she thought maybe he was just like stalking her. So one day she ended up bumping into him in town, and she pretty much told him that he needed to leave her alone, and that pretty much it wasn't like a freak show that she was giving. Like he like came upon her or whatever. So pretty much he said, no, I'm here to warn you. And she was like, warn me about what? And he said, your husband is having an affair with none other than your mother.
Oh.
Escándalo.
No.
And Melissa ran home, freaking out, crying. She was so blind with anger that she burned down the house with her husband and baby inside. She ran from the house, and villagers say that they can hear her screaming all the way to her mother's house. She saw her mother on the patio and attacked her with a machete, striking her in her stomach. And as her mother bled to death, she cursed Melissa by saying that from here on out, that she would have to avenge all women by killing their unfaithful husbands. And from that day forward, Melissa became known as La Sayona.
See, so don't cheat, because you're gonna die.
You're gonna die today. But there's other versions of the story, and one of them's pretty funny.
Uh-oh.
But the next, in other versions, the tale, it appears to, that says that two lone men working in the jungle, when they are thinking of a woman they left behind in their hometown, or simply when they talk to their workmates about wanting to be with the woman, later on a woman would appear to them in the likeliness of an unknown, beautiful, desirable ways. Like pretty much she would kind of resemble the loved one that they're yearning for. She would lure them into the forest, and then she would eventually reveal her animal-like features and devour them, or just like mangle them to death, and like throw their bodies somewhere for their workers or their companions to find.
Oh, shit.
This one is pretty funny.
Okay, so
I
as
kinda
for
like
the other
this
one,
version.
don't be horny in the
I like
woods.
this. I like this
Okay,
version.
let's see.
No, I'm just kidding. This version. So this one says, in the Peacock Mountains, the woman would appear to men in the jungle who were lonely and willing to be unfaithful with their companion. Stories often claim that several men would take act in unveiling themselves to the ghost woman, and she would let all men have sex with her. She would then devour their body parts, though it would most often note that she would tear each man's genitals off with her hand or mangle them beyond use ever again. In order to punish them, that's what she would do. Although many men in the jungle are said to have encountered a La Sayona, most of them still have their genitals. It is said that she also has many strange diseases.
Oh.
And sometimes she gives them to the men to make their penis penises swollen with blisters and boils.
Oh, La Sayona has gonorrhea.
So when they come home, their wives find these boils and can assume that their husbands have had an encounter with a La Sayona. And that's pretty much informing the wives, like, hey,
They did
He's a
some
cheater.
shit.
your husband's a cheater. You better leave him, dumb hoe.
Oh my God.
That was funny.
La Sayona, I love you.
So pretty much La Sayona is easily, as you can tell, considered one of the most insane and most disturbing of all spirits found in the Venezuela. Like, she is a crazy bitch, and I actually love her for it, because I feel like if I died like that, that's how it would come back.
Sucking
So
dick.
she's like having all the sex she wants in the world, and like giving out STDs, and like pulling, tearing off their penises and killing men who are unfaithful. So
I love her. I'm going to change my name on Instagram to La Sayona.
So ladies, if your husbands have boils on their penises, it's because La Sayona is trying to tell you he's unfaithful.
Leave.
Get your ass. Or he just met some rata at
Or
the bar.
or if the penis like falls off, she probably pulled it off.
Dude.
But you know what? It makes me wonder too, like, because she can have sex, like there's different legends. Of course, there's like 3 different versions of it. But there's a lot of people, especially in the Peacock Mountains, that men that say that they've seen her, or like they slept with her or whatever. But it makes me also wonder if she can have sex with a man if she's a succubus. Succubus is the woman demon, right?
Yeah.
That can have sex.
Yeah. Sex,
But
yeah.
don't they die if they have sex with her though?
Not
all the time?
No. Well, not all the time. I think like the last one, the reason why she leaves like the boils or like a disease is so that way the woman could know, like, hey, he was
This is
unfaithful
what he
and like had
did.
sex with La Sayona. But apparently she doesn't like reveal herself the same to everybody. Like in the second version, she appears as somebody like that man desires.
Yeah.
And then there's some other ones too. It kind of reminded me of The Devil in the Bar. She's like this beautiful woman that's just sitting at the bar by herself smoking a cigarette. And like when she sees a married man, she'll like go up to them and try to seduce them. And like if she seduces him enough and he takes her to his car while he's driving is when she'll reveal her true form, like her evil face. And then like he either dies from like a heart attack because he's so scared, or he like swerves and like crashes into something and dies from the car accident.
Oh damn.
Either way, she's a bad bitch.
La Sayona is my bitch.
We can be friends.
Yeah, I love her.
I'm gonna tell Nick to make her the cover art.
Yes.
Holding a penis with boils.
And blood. Please,
I'm
lots
gonna
of
tell
blood.
him exactly that.
Oh my
we need
God.
you to draw a penis with boils on it.
Look on web.
We're gonna
WebMD
get-
for
guys.
reference.
Facebook's gonna like put us on probation for 30 days.
No, it only starts with 7 hours. No, like 24 hours.
Oh,
You're good.
okay.
We'll be fine.
I should know.
Oh yeah, you should.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness.
That's
Isn't she
funny.
amazing?
I just love her.
So like it's not scary, but I had to tell her story.
yeah.
That's a good
It
one,
was a really
though.
good story. I love her.
Yeah. I came across hers in like all the cultures and everything.
Mhm.
That one's the Latin culture.
All right, boo-boos.
Boo boo kitties.
I actually have 2 stories for you guys, like always. I feel like I always have 2 stories for you.
Yes, we love it.
This actually happened here, not here in Texas, but here in the U.S. This story, I got it from 1428elm.com. So this is the story of Carl Pruitt. This took place in Kentucky, 1959. 1938. Why am I talking like that? Oh my goodness.
Because we were lisping earlier.
Because I was being La Sayona. Okay. So there was a man named Carl. Carl came home one night early from his shift that day, and he actually found his wife in bed with another man. The man got away, but Carl's wife wasn't so lucky. So Carl was enraged. He picks up a chain and strangles her to death. When he realized what he had done, he kills himself. So this is where things start to get a little weird. Visitors began to notice something strange in Carl's grave. So there was like circular patches of discolored grass around his grave, and it was forming like a chain, like the chain that he killed his wife with. So then the tales of haunting and vandalism began. Later on, this teenage boy wanted to impress his little friends and show that he wasn't scared. And so he started throwing rocks at Carl's gravestone and it chipped. So after that, he was going home on his bike. And as he's like riding home out of nowhere, the sprocket on the bike breaks and somehow the bike chain wraps around the kid's throat and chokes him to death.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So then a few days later, the teenager's mom, the one who died, she like kind of went a little nuts because her son died, you know. She grabbed an axe and went to Carl's gravestone a few days later and started whacking at his gravestone. So then another like couple of days passed. She's doing laundry outside and, you know, hanging her clothes on the clothesline. Well, somehow the clothesline snaps, wraps around her neck, and strangles her.
Oh my God.
So this ghost is just strangling everybody out here. So Carl's kill count was up to 3 already. After that, I don't know why they keep messing with this man's grave, but 2 police officers were just like messing around. They were trying to investigate, but not really. And they started like messing with his grave or whatever. So they were just messing with his grave, kicking it, whatever, just being dumb. And then they're like, okay, whatever. Their shift was about to start. And then they're driving off and they noticed like a large ball of light following them. So then the officer that was driving got scared and crashed into a fence and he was decapitated by a chain. So that's another one. Yes. The other man, he was just thrown out of the car. Nothing happened to his neck. But eventually, like, the town destroys the grave. I think, like, they bulldozed that part where he was, like, buried and built something over it. But that's, like, when all the mysterious deaths stopped. But he came back with a vengeance to choke everybody.
He was like, that's what you get for messing with my grave.
And my wife.
And my wife.
And my wife.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Hide your husband. Because, you know, we choking everybody out here.
Choking everybody.
So that was the story of Mr. Carl Pruitt. R.I.P. homeboy. Sorry that happened to you.
Dang.
But yeah, that's Mr. Pruitt. The next one is kind of funny. Not funny. It's like funky. It's weird. I think it's weird. So this one is short. It's called The Dress. Well, that's what I named it. Whatever. I hadn't heard about this story until I was watching YouTube videos with my friend. So I got this from this YouTuber. His name is Miles Nightmare. Miles with a Z. He has pretty cool videos and he makes this like demonic voice. So it's kind of funny. So anyway, February of the year 2000, Fox aired a special on a show called Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire? During the filming of the show, one of the contestants suddenly died backstage. December 1999, so the year prior, the Berkeley Funeral Home had a wedding dress that was removed from the corpse and returned back to the store where it was originally bought. Nobody knows why. I guess they just wanted to return the dress. A month later, producers from the Fox show were looking for cheap wedding dresses, you know, to like give the girls to wear on the show or whatever. So they ended up at that little wedding dress shop. When the filming began, one of the contestants, again, she gets really, really sick and just drops dead backstage. So nobody knows why, because it was just random. People started to say that maybe the embalming fluid from the dress might have seeped into the contestant's pores, but Fox would deny that. So I don't know if it was embalming fluid or maybe like revenge of the bride that didn't get to wear her dress.
I think it was revenge.
So that's why I chose this story.
Because
sad.
If it was embalming fluid, they would have to have embalmed her in the dress.
She would have to have been naked.
Or
True.
the other theory is that she was supposed to be buried in her dress.
And maybe
And
they
somebody
took
it
back.
off her.
Oh.
When they were before they closed her casket, they took it off her, put it back in the stores or whatever.
There was a story like that,
Rude.
remember? I vividly remember, like in elementary, getting one of those scary books. Like those kids, not those tales books.
Yeah.
And I remember a picture of a lady like in a box, like in a box just like laying there all weird. And it was a story similar, like... No, it wasn't a wedding though. I think this girl was poor and she wanted to go to a party and she bought a dress from a pawn shop, or she borrowed it, and it was from a dead girl, and she died. She got like she got hives, or I don't know what the girl had.
Damn.
Something like that. But I was in elementary. I don't
She got
remember
high or hives? No,
hives. Both. She was real
You're
smoky.
nasty.
There was one that when you were talking, it reminded me of. There's a story I read about a vengeful ghost in, I think it was in India, and her name's like Shurel, or these vengeful ghosts. These women, they're mostly women, are called like Shurel or Shurel, and they come back as like vampire-like creatures. And the one lady, she had died. Some versions say she died during childbirth. The other version says she dies while she was at what's called like a festival of lights in India. And so basically she comes back because she's bitter about her child dying like before it was even born, right? And so I don't know why I remembered this, but their feet are like turned 180 degrees back the other way.
What?
And they're mostly seen like in the wilderness. I don't know why that reminded me. Your story reminded me of that for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There's also legends of these people called melon heads.
What?
Yeah, there's we should totally like put that in our list, because there's like a whole like episode we could do on that. I don't remember like what state it is or what, but apparently there's a state somewhere here in the US, and it's like in Hickville, and like they have a forest with people that are called melon heads, but apparently they're like disfigured because of like a nuclear bomb experiment that was going on, kind of similar to Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they're called melon heads. Like their heads are like really big and distorted. Yeah, we could totally do like a whole episode on it.
I had never heard of melon heads.
Melon heads.
I heard of football heads.
That one
lady.
in India though just reminds me of like a vampire,
Yeah.
pretty much. Because they say they come in like they drain their blood and stuff like that. So it's like a vampire.
To suck your blood.
Blah blah blah.
So we have a listener story.
We do?
We have a lot, actually.
Oh,
We do?
hello.
We have a couple of them that sent us on Instagram. There's one on Facebook, and I think there's probably like 2 or 3 on Gmail.
Oh,
But
I only saw the ones on Instagram.
those, a couple of the ones that were sent to us, I want to save them for some of our future topics, because it would go
Perfect.
with the episode. So if we don't tell your story on like episodes, don't worry. It's not that we forgot about you. It's just because we're trying to keep the theme going. But
We're saving the good
we will
stuff.
tell your story, or we're saving it for like a live show, kind of like what we did for a 1-year anniversary. So just
That was
keep
fun.
sending them in. But this one's from Mackenzie on Instagram. I wrote her, and then Ashley started writing to her.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to tell it, or you want?
No,
me to?
you can.
So Mackenzie wrote us. She said that her I'm going to read word for word. The first encounter I've ever had was 5 years ago when I was at a friend's house. I went on a little trip with them, and when we got back to my friend's house, it was already 2 a.m. So they said I could stay at their home for the night since it was already late. So my friend went to sleep a few minutes after they fell asleep. My friend went to sleep. A few minutes after they fell asleep, I started hearing a distant voice saying, "Mama."
What?
Thinking I was just deprived, I shook it off, thinking my mind was playing tricks or something. That soon changed when I heard it again, but closer this time. At first, it sounded like it was coming from the hallway. Now it sounded like it was right outside the door from the room me and my friend were in. I quickly tried to wake my friend up, but she is a very heavy sleeper, so no matter what I did, I couldn't wake her up. Girl, I understand. Tim's the same way. I was almost in tears when I heard it say, "Mama," right at the foot of the bed.
Oh my
I curled
gosh.
up and said a prayer, hoping whatever it was would go away. A couple of minutes went by, and I didn't hear anything anymore. So I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight and looked at the foot of the bed, and I saw a doll laying on the floor. I was at the point I was so scared I didn't know what to do, and I was already tired. I tried my hardest to stay awake, but I ended up falling asleep. I woke up to a burning feeling coming from my foot. I looked over to my friend, and she was just waking up as well. I thought it was a nightmare at first, but then my heart dropped when I saw the doll. Now sitting on the bed.
Oh.
I asked my friend if it was hers, and she said that she's never seen that doll in her life. And then, so she said that she actually took a picture of the doll. She did send it to us.
It's creepy.
I didn't see it.
She said that she took about 5 pictures of the doll because every other picture that she took was like blurry, but she sent us the one picture that was like perfect. So I'm going to ask her for her permission if we can post this on our Instagram.
If it'll post.
If it'll post. But
let me see
this
it.
is the doll that she saw.
It's creepy as hell. I don't like it.
Stop. This looks like the doll that I found when I was quarantined.
Right?
You found a doll when you were quarantined?
Yeah.
She had posted it on Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah. Whoa, she's a cutie though. I think she's cute, but if you look at her face, she looks sad.
Yeah.
But it's funny. She's like, I'm sorry to bother you again, but I found a picture I took of the doll. Would you like to see it? I was like, I just heard your story. Oh my God, yes. And then Ashley writes, oh, hell no. She looks creepy. She probably thought it was still me because you didn't even say it was you. But I'm pretty sure she knew it was
Yeah.
you.
We all know Ashley's favorite word.
So Ashley told her, oh, hell no. She looks creepy. So to this day, no one knew where that doll came from. So she ended up writing back that she agrees that the doll is scary. It's creepy. She said that it had a cracked face. No one knows where it came from. They asked everybody. She said that she called her friend that night that Ashley was writing back to her. So this was like the beginning of December when we were talking to her. And she asked her friend about the doll, and she said that she saw the doll recently, or if she's seen the doll recently, and her friend told her once a year she sees it.
Once a year?
Once a year.
That's so random. It just like comes
Her
up.
friend or her friend sees it or she sees it?
So she called her friend. So she said, I agree. In the picture, you can't really see, but she has a cracked face. And correct, no one knows where the doll came from. We asked everyone we knew, and no one knows about the doll. I called my friend last night to ask her if she has seen the doll recently, and she said once a year she sees it. She actually saw the doll the day before I told you about it. So that was November 29th. So the last time her friend saw the doll was November 28th. Ooh, Mackenzie, you should ask her for 2021, November 28th, if she saw the doll, because maybe there's a reason why the doll is appearing once a year.
In November? She wants that Thanksgiving.
If it's on that specific date,
meal.
maybe.
She wants the leftovers.
Yeah.
She'll let us know. Okay, so on November 28th, we're going to message you again.
Set a reminder on your phone.
Set a reminder on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Ask her.
update us.
Yo, that's when I found out I had COVID.
To be continued. Yeah, that is when you found out.
Dang. That was a good
Stop
one.
being dirty.
Yeah, I didn't.
Never.
I just don't like dolls.
Oh.
I don't like dolls.
And then she actually wrote, I didn't see this. I didn't know that she wrote back again. She said, the doll used to leave scratches on her arms. Her friend. I'll just read it word for word so we won't get confused. She said, the doll used to leave scratches on her arm, but the 3rd year she didn't see her, but the doll left a note.
What?
Oh, she said that she has a picture of a note. And I also found it strange that the doll only comes once a year. I wonder where else it goes. I had thought about that a lot, and I wonder if it's trying to find me. I moved a couple of days after I left my friend's house, but I don't know for sure. Also, I'm going to my friend's house tomorrow and spending the night again. Let's see what happens. Ooh, I need to write her back.
Write her back.
I didn't know
Do it
that.
now.
I didn't know that she wrote us back.
But
Yeah.
is the
notific-
picture of the note in there?
No, I'm gonna ask her to send the picture.
Now.
Mackenzie, send us
now.
the picture now.
Hurry up, Mackenzie.
I'm writing you right now.
You better be on.
Sorry, Mackenzie. So, the Instagram notifications are very weird. I don't
Yeah,
get
I
them
don't-
right
So are
away.
the
Neither do
Facebook
I.
ones sometimes now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't get a
we
lot of
don't
stuff.
we don't mean not to reply. Just sometimes we don't get the notification when you guys write to us. Like there's sometimes too where I'll randomly go into like our Instagram like, oh, what's going on?
Well,
And
I
then I'll
don't
see
log
like
in.
a message there or something.
I never write back, you guys. It's always Miranda and Ashley, but I see them. It's just like I just feel like I'm not in charge of that. Y'all can message me on Twitter.
message Gato on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not in charge. I'm not gonna touch it. Whatever.
It's funny.
The ones I see, the ones on Instagram most. The ones I don't is the Gmail. The Gmail ones I don't see
get
often.
those. Yeah, I see those a lot too.
Hello.
But-
hello.
That was a good
Tim,
one.
you're probably gonna have to cut a lot of like the
Silence.
out.
Silence. Silence. Who used to say that? There is a puppet that used to go. Silence. I kill you. Who was that?
Ahmed.
Oh, he said, how do you spell Ahmed? He's a phlegm med Ahmed.
Ahmed.
I love him.
I like Walter.
Jeff Dunham.
Walter's my favorite.
Jeff Papa.
Jeff.
Jeff Papa. .com. Oh, on a steak.
On his steak.
I'm a jalapeno on. Ooh, I wish I was a jalapeno on a stick.
I want to be a sausage on a
It's just
stick.
spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Oh my God. How do you make your voice?
Why is it
I
spicy?
have no idea. I think I used to be a man.
I should do my girly girl.
Do.
Oh yeah.
This thing.
I always thought that was like a duck call.
It sounds like I'm saying culo, 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 culo.
Esta jevita tan querida.
Let me see.
Culo.
Yo sí.
Esa jevita tan querida. Tiene tremendo. Perfect. Dude, you're fucking pitbull, man. You're pitbull. I hate
Oh
it
my
here.
God. You remember when we tried to do our very first YouTube video? Remember I sent it to you from like 2013?
Oh my God.
And she did
That
that,
was
and
the
I didn't
first
know she
time-
could do that.
That's the first time she's. So we
She
were
brought out the
answering
ducks.
like weird questions, right?
It
And
was like some like psychological test or something.
One of them said, "What's your hidden talent?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know what to call it, but I could do this weird thing with my voice." And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I was all, And she was like, "Oh my God, what the hell is
As
that?"
long as you're not like Kim Kardashian. She's like, Kim, what's your hidden talent? She's like, I can literally smell a cavity. I'm like,
Oh my God.
how is that a hidden talent? But I mean, you go,
Everybody
girl.
could smell a cavity.
Ugh.
Stupid.
Rotten.
Yeah. So I don't know what to call it, but that's the weird thing I do with my voice.
It reminds me of what is it called? That show I used to like to watch all the time with the duck call people.
Duck Dynasty.
Oh,
Duck
Duck
Dynasty.
I should just like record myself and like sell it as like a duck call.
Yeah.
You should.
Or try to make it sexy and sell it. Like you
Try to
like
do a sexy
you
call.
like that. I'm dying.
That was weird. That felt weird coming out of my throat. I had to like really slow it down. Did it sound weird?
Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh my God. Stop.
I have to pee.
Do it again.
You see what they make me do?
Oh my God. I'm dying.
I feel like you're molesting my voice.
I bit my cheek right now. I'm not having fun right now.
I'm
so
not
mad.
having fun right now.
I don't know if I could do it again. Hold on. I have to concentrate. I can do it.
It sounds, you know what that sounds like? That song.
What song?
Oh, how does it go? Who sings that? Justin Bieber? Yes, right. With Nicki Minaj. Tonight is the night. Oh, bitch. I hit something.
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know that
never
song.
mind. I'll show you later.
Stop molesting me.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
guys. Well, it feels really good to be back. Very good.
So good.
I'm not doing it again after. She's like giving me side eye, like, please do it one more time. No.
It's so funny.
You could listen to this episode over and over and over again.
Just that one part I'm going to keep playing.
Yeah.
You could like, I'll tell Tim to take out just that portion of me doing it, and you can make it as like your ringtone on your iPhone or
I'm
something.
going to put it as your ringtone.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Your mom, what's that? It's Mandy calling.
It's Mandy's duck call, okay?
Oh, my
y'all are a
God.
mess. I'm the only normal one here. I hate it.
That's like, you're so dumb. We're all weirdos around here,
Yeah.
including my daughter.
We are the weirdos, mister.
We are the weirdos, mister. Not Tim. He's basic. He's a basic white girl.
Oh, yeah.
He's basic.
I'm like, Tim, what do you want from Starbucks? Oh, just get me a mocha frappuccino. I'm like,
That's it.
that's it? That's
all you want?
Just a mocha.
Okay, basic.
Okay, fine. Basic white girl, but we love you. Okay, guys. Well, it feels good to be back. Sorry, we were a little
Yes.
rusty.
We're
and
rambling at first and at last.
According to this thing, we've been recording for like an hour. So if we lose anything, then we're not going to record again, and we just won't put out another episode. I'm just kidding. So let's see if I remember the outro.
You can do
I'm
it.
kind of panicking.
You can do this.
I believe
We're
in
here
you.
to help.
If you have any stories you would like to send us, send it to our Gmail at scarynotScaryPodcast@gmail.com. Visit our website, scarynotScaryPodcast.com. And I think
.com.
Ashley's working on something on our website, right?
I'm fixing it. Yeah, you still got to send me a picture.
Oh, I gotta send update.
We're
I'm
updating our
fixing that.
website. So if y'all log on and it says it's down, it's because Ashley's updating it. She knows how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yes. If you have any suggestions for our website, let us know. We were supposed to launch our merch back in November, but all this crazy stuff happened in December. So I promise we will work on it this month. Sorry it was delayed. I apologize.
It's coming.
It's coming, I promise. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, which we haven't posted anything, or YouTube, but follow us on there anyways. And make sure you rate and review us on iTunes podcast app. Follow us on Spotify, and make sure you download Podbean and follow us on Podbean, because that's where we do our live shows. You'll get notifications when we go live.
Mm-hmm.
Which might be sooner.
Maybe. You never know.
We could just do a popup.com.
Ooh.
Maybe. So we'll see. Make sure you download it.
We'll see.
And did I do good? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That took a long time.
Good job.
Ashley's working on something very special for you guys.
Yeah.
Super cute.
So let's just say, if you're not caught up with episodes, get caught up with episodes.
Because you need to know the episodes. Just saying.
dun
Yes.
dun dun.
Especially our earlier episodes.
Yeah.
Oh god, those are cringe.
Yeah. Okay, don't listen to episode 1, 2, or 3.
No, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, it was 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
And then
1, 2,
4, we
3.
started in the studio.
Okay. 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3 doesn't exist. The limit does not exist.
I keep telling them maybe we'll redo them, but we'll see.
Who knows?
Can you imagine like trying to redo word for word? That would be fun.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah.
try.
I could put
Drunk.
it in script form.
Ashley does all that stuff. So
I
yeah,
can do that.
let's do
Yeah.
it.
You go, girl.
Okay, guys. It feels good to be back. Sorry we were gone for so long, but we're back. We're here. We're happy. We're ready. And until next time, remember to always
Stay scary.
Porque pica.